Hello, welcome to Bored and Confused Mom Edition, where we talk to my mom about the plays she's seeing while she's visiting New York to find out if she was bored or confused by them. What is today's play?
Maybe Happy Ending.
The musical. So, Mom, tell us what you thought of Maybe Happy Ending.
Well, first of all, I love musicals. Even though I did see some straight plays, I prefer musicals. I just like the music. I smiled the whole time. I was completely engaged the whole time. There was nothing boring at all. And it was the most interesting creative set I think I've ever seen. Kudos to the creators of that set.
Design is
because
amazing.
the set design was so creative and unusual and interesting.
Now, we scored a TDF ticket for this because Darren Criss was out of this performance.
Yes, so we didn't see Darren.
But it made it so that you got a great seat in the middle of the orchestra.
Yes, in the middle of the orchestra. Great.
Who did you see? Do you know which one of these guys?
No, I don't. They all look different in their headshots. I think it was Christopher.
We're going to say she saw Christopher James Tamayo.
But Claire was the regular one. Claire.
Oh, that's the name of the character, too. How interesting.
Oh, yes, that's right.
She's not the original.
She's not the original?
Mm-mm. Anyhow, so you saw two different people than I saw. So I know she watches all my videos, but then she forgets
everything.
Which is kind of great because then she goes into these plays not remembering whether I like them or not. Do you remember how much?
I did remember. I think you didn't care for it that much, but as I said, I was smiling the whole thing.
I'm in the minority on this. What did you think of the music?
I enjoyed it. I don't know that there was anything hugely memorable. I don't really think any of the musicals I've seen lately have had too much that was terribly memorable, but it was enjoyable, entertaining. I love harmonies and the two sing together. I noticed, I think she must be really tiny, the actress that played the lead, because she was wearing high heels the whole time and she still was short.
Well, helper bots would probably wear high heels.
Oh, that's true, because they don't have to worry about that.
Yes, they don't. Their legs
I mean,
are
it is a really, and it's an interesting concept about these helper bots that are helping their owners.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. I didn't really cry. I don't think, because they're not humans, they're bots. Here's what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
We're talking about confused.
Sure, we can do that.
I didn't understand why they decided to erase their memories of their whole adventure together, and they're falling in love as bots. So why did they erase their memories? Explain that to me.
I think the idea is that they're erasing their memories so they don't feel pain.
I'm not sure, because they seem to have a good relationship going.
Yes.
Did something happen at the end before they erased their memories?
I think, and you guys are experts on this show, so comment below. But I think the idea at the end is that they are looking ahead and they know that Claire is going to die.
Oh, yeah. She had about a year left.
I stopped thinking of them as robots, and I started thinking of them as a terminally
ill
woman and a neurodivergent man.
Yeah.
Who have formed this beautiful relationship. They're experiencing life as robots.
Yes.
So it's all new to them. And so they feel like, oh, it's going to be too hard. If I have to see you die, and I love you so much, it's going to destroy me. So I would rather delete.
So you think that was the reason?
I think that's the reason. And the lesson is it indicated that Oliver doesn't erase his memory.
I missed that somehow, I guess.
So it's very subtle, because he says something to Hua Boon. He kind of looks.
Is that his plant?
Right, yeah. He says right, Hua Boon? Oh, I think he says don't tell her or something. But I think that's Oliver's arc, is that he becomes more, they both become more human, but especially him, someone who starts the play as wanting to be alone, not wanting to have to deal with her. Now that he's in love with her so much, he doesn't want to lose that. So that his character has as an arc. What I don't like about this show is my first time viewing, I wasn't as wrapped up in it as many people. I
was wrapped up in the whole time. There was not a boring moment. I just was very engaged.
Dramatically, the show really examines some very interesting questions about what it means to be human through these robots. And I think that is really incredible. You know, the issue I always just had with it, and I guess you didn't feel this, maybe I'm too sensitive. I just felt dread. I wasn't smiling. Because we meet Oliver, and Oliver is like, I'm going to meet my owners waiting for me.
Well, we knew that was not going to work out.
We know it's not going to work out, but he is pinning all of his hopes and dreams on
I was just smiling upon their relationship together as they're traveling. I'm
Yeah.
just in the moment. I'm not thinking about what's going to happen.
Oh, see, I was looking
no,
ahead.
No.
I was
I'm
like-
thinking. I'm just living. I'm like that when I watch TV shows. I don't like any disturbance because I get so immersed in a show that it's like I'm living it.
Well, that's the bored and confused idea,
Yeah,
is that you don't want to be pulled out of
Yes.
the show.
So, but
it really
I was
worked for
living
you.
it. But I was living it at moment by moment. So I
that's
was
great.
feeling what they were feeling as they were, going through this experience.
You were experiencing the show the way the writers intended it.
Yes, I was.
I, for some reason, was just...
You're too analytical, maybe.
Well, no, it wasn't analytical. It was, oh no.
You're thinking ahead to the dread. I see that that it's
Well,
going to.
we know as an audience, we know that his owner has abandoned him. And
Yeah,
so
of course, because Claire keeps trying to, she knows.
She knows
because
it.
she's a number 5 unit and he's a 3, and evidently the 5s were more sensitive. They
She gets
programmed better. That she's more aware and gets things. And she realizes what's going on.
Yeah, and so I just felt like there's other movies. Like I remember seeing Dancer in the Dark with Bjork, where
I never saw that.
That's a train wreck of. It's a musical, but you're just like, this is not going to end well for her. And that's the same feeling. I felt like, oh no, this is going to be a train wreck.
Yes, but
then it wasn't a train wreck
because he had Claire.
Yeah, I guess
that was the reason.
Yeah.
Because if he had to do that all by himself, and she knew what was going to come, she was trying to soften it for him. She didn't even want him to go. He was worried that he would, because he was so sure that his owner would be exciting and wanted him back.
Yeah.
And she knew that wasn't going to be the case.
Yeah.
And so she was, trying to help keep him from having to go through that. But here's the thing. Part of being human is to go through the ups and the downs, go through the hard times and the good times.
And that's the memory
loss.
loss.
And so that's why the memory loss to me would be like, well, we're going to erase all of the good relationship they developed between the two of them. On the other hand, they can start over, but they don't have as much time.
Exactly.
That's the thing. They
So
don't
it's
have as much
sad
time
that-
to start over
so-
because she doesn't have much time left.
And it's sad if Claire erased her memory, then that's kind of sad considering I don't think Oliver erases his memory.
Okay, well, I never picked up on that.
The time I saw it twice.
Okay, people, you've seen it. Let us know. Do you think he erased his memory? Or
Well,
no?
this has actually been a discussion before, but to me it's pretty clear that Oliver did not erase his memory. The question is whether Claire did. We can't really know in that final moment whether she did or not. But okay, so it's interesting. You saw the show the way the writers intended. You went on the ride with it.
Yes, I was living it with them. That's the way, if it's a good show, you can engage in the actors as if you are living there with them. And the fireflies. I remember growing up running around
beautiful.
catching
Yes,
fireflies.
We love fireflies. They're delicious.
Delicious.
But I'm beating a dead horse.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm just trying to explain. The reason I had a problem is because usually the main character has a want, and as an audience, I want them to achieve that.
Yes.
And so we had a main character who had a want that I did not want him to achieve because it was going to end terribly. But really, what we're watching in the show, and this is what you experience, is we're wanting them to fall in love.
To fall in love, and also become more human. Because in order to fall in love, you have to become more human.
And I want to see, I think I said this in my other review of this, but
I'll go back and check your review.
What I want to see is maybe Happy Ending Part 2, which is the Terminator version, where Oliver, because he loves Claire, goes rogue and gets a machine gun and goes and gets the parts that she needs to live.
I thought they didn't make them anymore, or his parts they don't make anymore.
But why don't they make them anymore? Because money.
Oh.
It's not that they're incapable. He could probably gun down another helper robot and steal one of her working things. If you really love her, Oliver, you're going to go get Claire the part she needs so that she can live forever. Stay tuned for maybe Happy Ending Part 2.
Well, we're not supposed to live forever.
For a robot, we can.
Yeah.
All right. Great. I'm so happy you enjoyed this show.
I enjoyed it more than you did, evidently.
Oh, yeah. And that's fine.
I loved it.
Everyone enjoyed Maybe Happy Ending more than I did. And I'm the first one to admit that I missed the boat the first time. I do appreciate the show. I do think it's a beautiful show. I think it's lovely. And you did as well. And you thought the acting and everything was great?
Yes.
Great.
I didn't get to see Darren and Chris, so I couldn't.
But did you
compare.
enjoy? Was he
But I enjoyed
funny?
the guy. Yeah, I mean, he was like you said. That's the way he reminds me of. He was more, because he was like less human. But so he did a good job of doing that, of being And also his movements. I think he might have forgotten as time went on a little bit, because at the beginning his movements were more robot-like, and he kind of lost a little of that along the way. But they were supposed to be, because he's a number 3 and she's a number 5, and so she's able to move better than he is, and has more insight into the human experience than he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just was going along for the ride.
Cool. Great. So what are we seeing tomorrow?
Oh, what are we
We're seeing The Lost Boys.
Oh, yes, yes.
New musical. So we'll be back with The Lost Boys. Or maybe we won't. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that, because I don't know what order I'm going to post these in. All right. We're seeing Lost Boys next.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that. Or maybe I've already posted it. I probably already posted it.
What do you mean you posted it? You haven't seen it.
I haven't posted this one yet either. I haven't edited it.
Oh, that's right.
I'll probably post Lost Boys because this has already opened.
Yeah.
And I need to post the ones that are opening sooner.
That's fine.
That's Mom saying she's done. Okay.
I'm done.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for telling us about the show and how much you love Maybe Happy Ending.
I did love it. I did. I really enjoyed it.
If you haven't seen Maybe Happy Ending, go check it out.
It just flew by because I was so engaged in it.
And let us know what you think of this show. All right, bye.
Don't wanna drift away. Wanna stay inside the play. Keep me engaged. Keep me amused with what's in front of me. 'Cause I don't want